Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Unmoored. This is our finale, Pentimento. We hope you enjoy.
We find ourselves in what I think is like a forest with a path that we follow. It's a lantern path, I believe. And it leads us, and we actually hear, I think on the way there, we follow the path, but we hear someone, I don't know if she was humming or we just came across her sitting in a clearing by a small house. And she had, I think it was a mouse on her shoulder. And we came up to her and realized that I think she was writing, if I'm not mistaken. Writing stories, and we met her. It's her name I can't recall, but I think I know her last name.
You find out her name is Carovia.
Carovia, yes. And we talked to her a bit, and we find out that her mother, whom she lives with, seems very protective of her, as far as we can tell, to put it lightly as well. But she does speak of, she wants to go explore. She wants to be free. So we agree to come back at evening. And at evening time, we are going to go down a separate lantern path that leads, we're hopefully, out of this area and on towards our goal of finding the blade and the rod. And on the way there, we do encounter this beastly night fellow with this other creature, this owlbear type creature that assist him in trying to stop us, even if it comes to the point of seemingly killing Carovia. That's what it seemed like was on the table. We defeat that creature and his beast and continue on, and we get to another clearing, and I want to say there's a statue that we come across in the middle, or did I just imagine that?
No, there is a podium type altar in the center.
Yeah, so we come across that, and shortly thereafter, her mother, who we find out is a von Brandt, meaning Carovia is also a von Brandt, comes from the path that I think that we took there, so seemingly from the cabin, and confronts us. And to paraphrase, she essentially feels that this version is a failure. It's not acting the right way. And she swings this brush that she has, and Carovia explodes into a cloud of liquid ink in front of our eyes. And Mother seems very angry at us for leading this version of her daughter astray.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Real creepy looking.
And she's real creepy looking. Specifically what she said before she turned Carovia to ink is that you are too much like her. You will be remade as many times, repainted as many times as it takes.
So failure in the sense that she's trying to change what Carovia was, but she keeps diverting back to that.
Something like that.
Something along those lines.
Excuse me.
So we pick up in this meadow where you see Maman writhe, her limbs stretch and pop. Her skin begins to gray and wrinkle, and her screaming becomes so shrill that it becomes incoherent. The way she stretches, she begins to tower over you. Her body shifts between this corporeal and incorporeal, like she's phasing in and out of existence. Like she's not fully here. The puddle of ink where Carovia stood ripples on the ground and sits like it doesn't quite belong there. Her book just settles on top of it. Like the book was real. You hear howling in the distance. What are you all doing?
How quickly is all this happening?
Pretty quickly, almost simultaneously.
Squawk's not saying anything, but he's definitely turned to face Maman and sort of take a couple steps back away from her, keeping his eyes on her.
What about Mashara?
I think, if I remember correctly, I was reaching out for the item.
Yes. That item that looks like a scythe's blade. That is this red of a rising sun that emanates this deep red hue in this meadow.
Did it disappear at the last second, or it's still there?
It is still there.
I think I'm going to... I think Mashara kind of, once she hears the wolves, she pauses and is almost like bracing. And her hand just still kind of hovers there, like not really sure what to do next. If grabbing the item will accelerate everything or if it will stop everything.
Do you touch it?
Yes.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
A dirty 20.
You take 12 points of necrotic damage as you touch it. And whatever finger touches it first, you see these dark, inky veins start to spread up, and your hand begins to age and wilt.
Mashara just looks at her hand and just quick, short breaths. And, okay, that's awesome.
What is Ozenwraith doing?
I was looking over at over my shoulder, but I remember last time I was holding a arrow of transport in Mashara's direction, just in case something bad should happen. Is she forced to let go of the scythe blade, or has she just sort of started holding it and it's like starting to wither her hand?
That is up to Mashara. It does not push you off of it, but it looks like it is taking from you.
That aging and withering in the veins, is it going up my arm or is it just stayed on my hand?
It's staying on your hand for now. Like as soon as you touched it, it traveled. But it's stopping at your wrist for now.
I think I'm gonna let go of it.
We need that blade, don't we?
That's what you were sent here to get.
As I'm aiming the arrow, as I see Mashara kind of like pull her hand away, he looks back at Mama for a moment as she's wailing and then quickly looks back over to Mashara and just goes, Duck! And I will fire the arrow ever so slightly up, and it goes past Mashara's shoulder and strikes the blade. And the arrow because now it's no longer being carried. It melds against the blade, and the entire blade basically glows that weird force white blue color of his bow. And if it works, I will choose to teleport it right next to me on the ground.
Okay. It does work. As that blade, Mashara, you go to reach for it, you touch it, that withering starts to happen. And almost immediately, an arrow is shot over your shoulder, hits it, and it's gone. Zozenwraith, it is now at your feet, and it still shines. This red of a rising sun.
I'll turn back to Mama. Just sort of look over at Squawk. Just with a very serious but also very confused expression. I don't think we can carry it. Not at least ourselves.
And I don't think Mama's gonna let us leave with it anyway.
No. Can't imagine she would.
Can I try something?
Go for it.
As long as my mom's still over there stretching and whatever.
This is happening very, 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 very fast.
Okay. Can I cast Mage Hand and try to pick it up?
Yes. Okay. You cast Mage Hand. What does your Mage Hand look like? Because I don't think you've cast it yet.
Oh, it's covered in the most gaudy jewelry. It's like probably like a pinkish kind of hand, but it's just like dripping with like rings and stuff. Kind of like, remember like Prince John in the Disney Robin Hood where he's got all the different rings on? Yeah, it looks like that.
As this gaudy hand reaches out to pick up this blade, it holds it just a second before it turns to ink.
I see.
The Mage Hand does?
Yes.
That's all I got for now. I'll keep thinking.
Yeah, all right.
While this is happening, what is Granny doing?
Well, we've seen that even if we touch it without touching it, that's not going to work. So it's the blade, and then Mama has the black handle.
Yes, so she pulled a rod from her dress, and when she pulled it out, it transformed into her paintbrush.
Okay. Probably gonna have to get that paintbrush to somehow touch the blade, or then maybe remake Karovia since she's made of ink, and then she can pick up the blade. My
But
best
then-
guess.
Wouldn't that just turn her into ink?
But if she's already ink, like, it can't really turn her to ink if she already is ink. Or maybe the paintbrush makes it so you can pick up the blade. Either way, kiddos, it seems we're going to need that paintbrush sooner rather than later. And someone needs to put them on a leash.
Can I nod at Granny and then turn to look at my mom and say, we don't want to really get in the middle of family issues. You know, it seems like a private matter. Could we just get that paintbrush from you and then we'll be on our way?
Such shrill shrieking. Almost like something that does not belong on any plane of existence, but also like a mother's howl mixed in there. You start to hear the splash of a thick liquid near her. Black, viscous ink comes from the ground and starts to form a shape you have all seen. An armored knight stands at her side, the one that ran from that battle earlier. It kneels. She's here. She's here. You hear high-pitched shrills before the night in a language that you can't understand, or just because of how hideous this scream is, you don't understand it. That ink disappears like a command has been given to it. The knight sinks back into the ground and disappears. Maman's attention goes from that knight back to you. She takes that paintbrush, points it at you, Squawk. You already have. This is your doing.
Do I have a chance to respond, or is she about to do something?
She is about to do something, but what is your response?
I think you got the wrong people, lady. We're just passing through. Your art is lovely. It really is. I love it. It's very chromatic, it's very not big on colors. I get it. Lighting. You're going for lighting. I get it. You're doing great. Keep the paintbrush. We'll just be on it.
I need you to roll initiative.
What about my persuasion check?
Sometimes there's no persuading.
I'm very proud of your manners.
Thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome.
I got a 14.
Ooh, not bad. 19 for me.
12 for Squawk, and that's with advantage. Can you believe it?
A natural 20 for a 27.
Nice.
Nice. And if you all will go to roll 20. Our order is going to be Granny, Maman, Zozenwraith, Mashara, Squawk. With that, Granny, how do you start us off?
Oh, I will rage. I can reach her from where I'm standing. So I will hit her with my great axe.
Yeah, you can reach her.
Lit. And I will reckless.
Alrighty. Are you choosing to take advantage or are you choosing your brutal?
I'll do a brutal. Why not?
Alrighty, go for it.
Oof. 17 to hit?
A 17 misses.
That's what I thought. We can try it again.
Go for it.
A 24.
A 24 does hit.
Excellent.
She is not humanoid.
Okay. Cool. Okay. With 13 slashing. And what was the thing that I did?
You get an extra d10 because you're brutaling.
I'm brutal. Oh, yes.
And then you get to choose, I believe, if you want to, like, there's multiple brutal things you can choose.
Right. Extra 3 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to dagger. So
Okay.
they have disadvantage on their next saving throw, and they can't make opportunity attacks until the start of my next turn.
Ooh, okay. And there's no save for that?
No, that comes from the brutal strike.
You got it. Okay.
And as heavy weapon mastery, I can try to topple her.
You can.
Cute. She needs to make a con save.
A con save is going to be... Oh. A failure.
She
will
is prone.
use a legendary resistance to pass.
Good for her.
Anything else you wish to do on your turn?
I believe that is it.
Alrighty. With that, it is now before Mama's turn. She will use a legendary action. She will teleport. You see her blink. Like it's almost like your eyes blink. She's gone. And she is now behind you.
And this is not her. This is just a legendary action.
This is just a legendary action.
Okay.
But now it is her turn.
Okay.
I need Granny, Zosenwraith, and Squawk to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
– 17.
Okay.
No. Definitely going to fail, so you know what? I know it's early on, but I'm going to bust my heroic inspiration and reroll this.
Okay.
Much better with a natural 20.
Okay, that was definitely worth it.
Oh, 28.
28. And what about Granny?
That's lucky.
It's 11 unless this is for frightened.
No, it's not for frightened.
11.
That was my question too.
Granny and Squawk, you're in the presence of a god. This is someone who can make worlds, make realities. You want to be near them so bad. You want to be near her so badly. On your turn, you must go to her and get closer, as close as you can. Sozenwraith, you feel, yes.
We both have questions. You first, Trees.
Oh, I was going to use a reaction. So you can go first if you need to.
I was going to as well. Is this a charm condition?
You are charmed.
Can I use counter charm as my reaction?
You may.
I don't know if it applies to everyone. It just says if you, yeah.
You have to choose one person.
Sorry, I'm going to choose me. I'm going to fail again.
Power of counter charm.
This re-rolled with advantage. Here we go. 21.
You are so close to a god. You just want to be near her.
What?
The mother of a world. The creator of everything here. You fail.
Heard.
Okay, then.
Trees, what was your reaction?
Considering she started her turn within 30 feet of me, I was going to do branches of the tree.
Okay.
She would need to do a strength save.
A strength save. A failure.
Okay, so I'm gonna teleport her to the nearest unoccupied space. Oh, I'm teleporting her closer to me. Well, she already moved closer to me.
She's as close as she can get. As this woman stands like a wraith above you, towering over you by many, many feet and pointing a brush in your direction.
Can I scoot her back a square?
Does it say that branches of the tree can do that?
It says teleport within 5 feet or to the nearest unoccupied space.
Technically, she occupies that space, so I would think that you could push her back since she failed. But I will say, she doesn't know what this is. She will use a legendary resistance to pass.
That's okay, I can only do it the one time. Oh, her speed is 0 until the end of her turn. Not that it matters, but yeah.
Perfect.
That was it.
She will vibrant outburst and splatter you all as she takes this brush and swipes it down. I need you all to make a dexterity saving throw, except for Mashara.
Okay. Not bad. Ooh, well that is though. don't think an 11 does that.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration as well because I just rolled a nat 1 on that.
Okay.
I also realized I have advantage on wisdom saves.
Ooh.
But even with advantage, when I used the counter charm, it didn't work. So 28.
Okay.
18.
18. Sozin Wraith, Granny, as this paintbrush comes down, you see this thick, inky liquid splatter from that brush, almost like somebody has taken the tip of a brush and pulled it back in order to splatter everything on a canvas. You take 52 acid damage.
Do I have a spell for that? Yes, I do.
Ooh.
I will, as a reaction, I will use a first level spell slot, and as it splatters across me, I will quickly flare up a hand that kind of carves a like glass rune in the air, and some of the acid absorbs into the rune, and the rune shatters and splatters to one side as I'll cast Absorb Elements and give myself resistance. So 52?
So yeah, 52. So on
26?
26.
Oh, that's still
26
okay.
Acid damage. And as that ink covers both Granny and Zozan Wraith, both of you are covered in ink. Your speed is reduced to 10 feet. You have disadvantage on dexterity saving throws until the end of her turn. Next turn. Ink covers the ground. Squawk, it's everywhere around you, but you manage to miss most of it, but you still take 26 points of acid damage.
Darn, I don't have a reaction or anything either. 26.
26. That ink, for you, it burns. Everything else, it seems to mold, and you can see almost like fingers or hands starting to outstretch everywhere that ink touches. Zozan Wraith, roll me a perception check.
$16. The passive's higher, but active is 16.
With an active of 16, Mama's mouth moves, but all you hear is shrills. And with that, Zozan Wraith, it is now your turn.
I don't think there's any further reasoning with this at the moment. Oh, I don't know how else to ask this. Can I tell in any way, shape, or form with like my passive perception? Does Mama seem to not want to go near the scythe blade, or does she just seem indifferent and is just sort of attacking? Like, is there any reaction to it being closer than the pedestal?
Roll me an insight, please.
So that's only a 9. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I will use knowledge. You know what? Is it a reaction, or is it just a thing I can do? Oh, it's just a thing I can do. I will burn a knowledge from a past life. I will add D6. Okay, great. So a 10.
With a 10, this high-pitched squeal, this shrill screech, almost makes it feel like your eardrums are about to burst, and you can't quite get a read on what is going on with her as she blinks in and out of existence.
Okay. Now he has an object interaction. Like reach my boot down, kind of cup it like under the like point of the scythe, and just sort of like kick it up into my hand. Like basically sort of leveraging the scythe blade and kicking it up into my free hand and try to just like slot it into my belt. A fanciful way of picking it up.
Okay, so you're touching it.
Yeah.
Roll
With
me
my glass flesh.
a Constitution saving throw.
Can't save. Okay. Is this against disease or being poisoned?
No.
Okay. A crisp 11.
As you pick up this blade, you feel something try to attach to you. And you feel it struggle. And you feel that blade start to shake as you try to put it into your belt, but nothing happens.
Does it go into my belt but nothing else happens, or does it not leave the floor?
It goes into your belt. You are able to touch it with no consequence.
Fabled reverse cons. As he put it on, does it feel warm just in that moment? Like, does the blade actually feel like a sunrise? Does it feel like warm to the touch, or is it just like cold metal?
It is like cold metal. Roll me another insight.
Okay, better. Once per turn I can do this? Nope, it's not even once per turn. Okay, so that would be a 14, but I'm going to use another knowledge from a past life. I'm just going to start burning these. Okay, there you go. That's a 5. So instead, that is a 19 insight.
With a 19, as you put that into your blade, especially since you were looking to see if there was something on Mama's face beforehand, this wraith-like creature, the eyebrows furrow, and there is a spark of something in her eyes that has not been there for anyone else. You are one of mine.
Your cavalry said as much. I don't know what that means, Mama.
You can roll me another insight as her mouth begins to move.
Screaming, crying, throwing up. Okay. A 15.
Mouth moves. Yeah. She knows you. She knows exactly who you are, what you are.
There is any glimmer of decency left in you, buried deep under the ink. If there is still a grandmama underneath all of the goddess, I need you, please, to just let go.
Took it! With that, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I only have 10 foot of speed from the ink. This is probably going to be a little nutty, but I will cast a 3rd level spell. I will say, if I took it, if someone else took it, I don't understand. I don't understand how you know who I am. I don't understand how you know what I am. But you're not taking any more lives today and converting them into your paintings. And all the glass will flare and swirl completely over his face until it looks like he's just wearing a glass mask for a face. And he will begin to vibrate in place and give off little after images as I will cast haste on myself.
Okay.
Does that double my 10 to speed to 20?
Yes, technically, because I think it doubles your speed. And it does something with your AC too, doesn't it?
Gives me 2 AC.
2 AC. Yeah, so I would say extra 10 feet.
Oh boy. Okay, so we're gonna cast haste. Okay. Oh goodness. Alright. With the one hasted action that I have, I will $20 over to there. I will call out and go. Oh wait, no, I can't. Can I? Because this is attack, dash, disengage, hide. That's fine. Okay, I will. I will take the attack action and I will shoot Mama.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Before I do so, because I'll activate distant strikes, I will then also, because I only got one attack, I will also then teleport 10 feet before I attack.
Okay.
Yeah, I might be covered in ink, but I'm not out of options. I'm gonna shoot. Oh, that went flying out. Oh, stay in there. There we go. Okay. 27.
27 hits. Roll your damage.
So there's no hunter's mark or nothing, but this is still just a energy longbow. Okay, so she is going to take. He is going to take 6 points of force damage.
You got it. 6 points.
That's me.
Alrighty. Mashara, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna take a shot at her with my short bow.
Okay. Are you steady aiming?
Yes. I forgot that was a thing.
That means your movement is 0, but your attack is at advantage.
A 23.
With a 23, that hits. Roll your damage.
11 piercing.
11 piercing. What kind of short bow is this? Is this just a normal short bow?
Mm-hmm.
You notice that the arrow doesn't stick as deep as it should. However, you get sneak attack. Roll your sneak attack.
I love rogues.
Rogues are great.
8d6.
It's insane.
Oh, math. Okay. Hold on. 18, 20, 26, 29 piercing.
29. You got it. Cool. As that arrow doesn't stick in as deeply as you thought, but it still leaves a mark. That is your action, bonus action, and your movement is a 0. With that, Maman is going to take a legendary action. The closest person to her is Granny. Granny, that is going to be low on the die, but that is going to be a 17 to hit.
I did reckless.
You did
As
reckless.
much as I can say it.
Then that'll definitely hit.
It was gonna hit either way.
You take 25 psychic damage as she had her paintbrush directed at you, twirls it after that first attack that she did, and almost like a quick jut of a paintbrush. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Wait.
17.
Your body, as she juts this paintbrush, bits and dribbles of ink cover you. And it's almost like that ink makes its way down to your feet and plant you to her creation. Your speed is reduced by half. Your speed is now 5.
Fast as fluff.
Very fast.
Mhm.
With that, Squawk, you're up. You are charmed. You must move closer.
But is my action still my own?
Your action is still your own. You just want to go and be near her. Whether that is to kill her or just be close to Mama is up to you.
Do I have to move as close to her as I can?
You do not have to use your action to dash.
But I have to use all of my movement to get as close to her as I can?
Yes.
Can I? Let me just see if it's even going to matter. So I actually have 60 feet because I have my little special winged helmet on. So that's 20. What I want to do is, I don't suppose I could orient myself right here, could I? I'm
You
still
could.
within the same range of her.
Yeah. You're still as close as you can to be.
Okay. And is Zosenwraith invisible? I see the symbol on them.
No, that's just for me to know that I'm concentrating.
Oh, okay. Well, I had to move, so I guess I have no choice in this on who I can hit. I'm going to use my action to pop out a 5th level Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
Because I don't know how Granny and Mashara are doing, but I'm not doing so hot. And I reach out longingly for Zosenwraith, who I can't reach with this. I'll be there shortly after she stops being so enticing.
What?
Wait, what did I say? It's 5d8 plus 5.
Okay, roll your d8s.
Not bad. 26 plus 5, 31 points of healing to the three of us.
Nice.
And Mashara lets out the biggest sigh of relief. Ah.
And as a quick follow-up to that, because I have my Ring of Healer's Heroism on, I get temp HP equal to my spellcasting modifier, 5. And I'm immune to being frightened until the end of my next turn.
Ooh, okay. Any other bonus actions or anything?
Yes, actually. Where's my first open slot? There it is. With my bonus action, if you'll allow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay, go for it.
Which unfortunately has... No, it has a longer range. Would you say that I could see everyone? It says I can see within 60 feet.
Yes, if you can see, no one's invisible right now. I will say you can see everybody.
Okay, so this is only going to be at 3rd level. That's 2d4 plus 5, but this should hit everyone. Hey, 2 4s on the die. Look at that. So 13 points of healing to everyone.
Nice.
So Maman is... I'm charmed, but I gotta look out for my friends.
And she towers over you and sees what you are doing. That is going to miss as you see that paintbrush come down on you. With that, Granny, you are up.
Can I ask a quick question?
Of course.
Would I happen to know, can you tell me, or do I need to figure out, would her hurting me break the charm?
Let's roll an Arcana.
Okay. How's a natural 1 sound?
Oh, you were so focused on healing everybody that you don't feel any changes.
And she's very mesmerizing. Okay, that's my turn.
She is the most ethereal thing you have ever seen. Granny, you're up.
Granny, I'm already like right next to her, so I don't
You
have
are.
to move.
Correct.
She'll kind of look down at the ink holding her where she's standing, and she'll look up at Maman and be like, "Oh, don't worry, dearie. I wasn't gonna go anywhere." And I'm gonna hit her.
Roll to hit.
Whoa! Dirty 30.
A dirty 30 does actually hit.
Nice.
Most excellent. This guy. Yes, this guy. I compensated for rolling like crap. 12 damage.
No. As you do at 12 damage. It's almost like cutting through dried paint. Layers and layers and layers. And you have another attack.
Yeah. We're gonna do it again. What goes in my hand? A 19. To hit.
A 19 usually would. But this is a god that you are charmed by, and a 19 does not hit.
Oh, yeah. The first one, I'm going to... Crap, where'd it go? Attempt to topple.
Alrighty, and that's a strength save?
Constitution.
Constitution, okay.
Mhm.
That is an 18 on the die.
Meets it, beats it. So since I have to move to her, I assume I cannot take any sort of action that would teleport me away from her.
Correct. You need to move towards her.
Okie dokie.
Roll me an Arcana check.
Leash. Nat 20.
With a natural 20, as soon as you get those attacks off, why did you feel that way anyway? Why would you want to be near her? As it's almost like that line of ink snaps. She will use another legendary action. Miss Squawk on the first one hates that you were in her world and she missed. That is going to hit. As you see this paintbrush swipe down on your much smaller frame, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you take 25 psychic damage.
Me?
Yes.
I take the damage no matter what.
Yes.
And con save. Here we go. 17.
As that ink that splatters on you, again, same way as it did with Granny, goes down to the floor and almost tries to attach you to it. Even though you are flying, there is a string of ink from the bottom of your shoes to the ground. Your speed is reduced by half. It is now her turn. Yes.
At the start of my turn, since my rage was active and Squawk is within 10 feet, he gets 10 HP.
Ooh.
You get 13 temp HP.
Okay, so that was before I got hit with the move? Okay,
That was
so
the start of mine.
let me reset here. So I had, let me just reset and do that, because I had 5. That would have replaced it, which means the damage I take would have been less. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, so the damage was 25 psychic.
So 12 remaining.
Yup.
Yeah, cool.
There you go.
Thank you.
Has that made a big difference? It is now her turn. Granny, Squawk, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh no.
I gotta get away from this woman.
Hi.
Let's charm or frightened by Squawk. You got this.
I have advantage and I rolled a 3 and a 5 on the die.
You do have counter
Is it a charm base? Yeah.
back.
But I'm not gonna do it. I rolled an 8.
An 8. What about
I
Granny?
rolled a 4.
This is a god. You just want to be near her. Mashara, roll me a d6, please.
A 2.
Okay, she does not get it back. With that, she will use a bonus action. It's almost like you blink and she is gone.
She's right behind me, isn't she? Nothing personnel, Mama.
That is going to be a 24 and much higher to hit.
Yep, both of those hit, even with the haste.
Even with the haste. For both of those, you take 25 psychic damage each.
25 psychic damage each.
So 50 in total.
25 psychic damage each. Do I want to... You know what? And these are like attack rolls to hit.
Those were attack rolls to hit.
Oh yeah, right. You just So I will use then, if I can find it. I will use spectral defense on one of them to turn ghostly. So that'll be 12 from one. Yeah, 12 from one and 25 another. So 37.
Yes.
I will take 37. And then I'll make, I guess it's a DC 10 con save for haste, and then a DC 12.
Correct.
Okay, so first and foremost, okay, that's natural 14 on the die, so first one's good. Second one is natural 16 on the die, still got haste.
Concentration still up! As this paintbrush comes down on you, and it's very elegant in how she brings it down. Roll me an insight.
Ooh, much better. Natural 17 for a dirty 20.
This is not your painting. Not your canvas.
And with that, Citizen Wraith, you're up.
Think, hearing that, he looks at his hand, which is now just striated arcane glass going up between the fingers. Everything here is ink. He looks at her and then looks at her almost through his hand. And imagines if a canvas could be made of glass. Imagines if ink is not the only medium that can be used to create a world. And then, more shockingly, stares intently at the glass in his hand to see if there's any ink inside the glass.
Roll me a perception check. Your DC is a 25.
It's not impossible for me, but... Oh, I have knowledge from a past life too. Okay. Okay. Can I do this with this? That would be a... 5 and so 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I couldn't do it. So that is a 18.
It's that normal glass that you're used to, that it just reflects light. It's very elegant and eerily beautiful, but you don't see what she is throwing at you reflected back.
Because of it being her last turn, like last turn was her last turn, am I now no longer impeded by ink?
Correct.
So now I just have 80 speed.
Correct.
Oh boy. I'm not... You did not paint me. It was a magical mistake. It was just an error. This is not how I die. I'm not supposed... And I'll just look to the thing in her hand. Okay. I am going to... just in a wild... not a flurry of arrows born of fury, but one born of just panicked disbelief. He will just start firing over and over and over, and I'll use distance strikes to teleport 10 feet before my first shot. $22 to hit.
22 hits. Roll your damage.
Okay. That is 6 points of force damage.
Okay.
At which point he will again just like knock back the glass-like string, shoot another arrow, almost off kilter, fire it, and then he will teleport again 10 feet. Natural 20.
Alrighty. That definitely hits. Take max and roll.
Oh yeah, right, max and roll. So it's 8, and then 8 and 7 is 50. So 19 points of force damage.
Alrighty.
And then with his hasted action, he will take the attack action again, teleport again 10 feet, shoot again, and with a natural 1.
Okay, with a natural 1, roll me a d4.
4.
Roll to hit.
18.
Roll your damage.
Eight points of force damage.
Granny, an arrow burrows its way into you and you take 8 points of force damage.
I'm sorry, Granny. And like, it's almost like his hand like flares to one side and shoots wildly. And the glass like cracks on his face. He is going to... What is he going to do? Bonus action. He's going to panic. And he looks around wildly like someone who is trying to come to terms with information that does not make sense to them. And like grabs onto his head, and there's a sound of cracking glass as he goes fully translucent for a moment, and then there's another shattering sound and he disappears. I'm going to use bonus action to do Nature's Veil, and I turn invisible.
Okay. And no one can see you.
Then I will just actually just
Run away! With that, Maman will use a legendary action. Will pop up right here. It's almost like Mashara, you blink. She's gone. She's in front of you. It is now your turn. High-pitched, shrilling, screeching, warbling comes from her.
Does that have to be right in my ear? So I no longer have steady aim, right? Because that was only
Correct.
on the short bow.
But I will say you were a swashbuckler, meaning you don't have to have advantage for your sneak attack because you are both alone.
Perfect.
Good old rakish audacity.
You did notice that the arrows you used last time did not do as much as you would hope. You do have a fancy scimitar now.
Yeah, I was gonna use that instead. I was just making sure there's nothing else I can do. I do have weapon mastery on it too.
Ooh, okay. You have weapon mastery on the scimitar?
Yes.
You do, and that is Nick. And when you make an extra attack of the light property, you can make it as a part of the attack action instead of a bonus action. This extra attack can only be used once per turn, which means you can pretty much take 2 scimitar attacks.
Okay. Then I will do that. I got a 29.
A 29 hits. Roll your damage.
Where'd it go? Oh. That is 11.
11. Perfect. And with that, you can choose to use your sneak attack.
I think I will.
Go for it.
That one. Yes. Okay, so that's
Healing obtuse amount of damage.
10, 21, 24, 26, 31 points of damage.
31.
Yes.
Perfect. As you hit hard with that scimitar, and because you have mastery, you can choose to take that extra attack as an action. You can attack again if you wish.
Yes. $15.
15 does miss. As you go to swipe with the scimitar, and it goes through her. However, with the scimitar of speed that you currently have, you can choose to take a bonus action attack with the scimitar of speed without using the extra bonus attack of it. Like of a light property. So technically you can be a rogue that attacks 3 times.
Oh, that's nice.
Love the scimitar speed.
It's insane.
Okay, now that is a 25.
Okay, a 25 does hit. You do not get sneak attack on this one since you've already used it, but roll your damage.
12.
12 points. Perfect. You see as you make this next attack with your scimitar that she starts to ink, is the best way to put it. Drips of black ink just dribble onto the ground below you.
And that dribble, does it do anything to the ground or like...
Almost like it's being absorbed into it.
Okay.
And because you hit it with an attack, she screeches so shrilly that you start to feel your eardrums bleed. She will swipe at you in anger as she uses her reaction, and that is definitely going to hit with a dirty 30.
Ooh. Yep.
In her rage, you take 25 points of psychic damage. You may use your reaction to uncanny dodge to half it if you want to.
Yes.
That'll be 12 instead.
12.
And technically, you still have movement you can use.
But if I move, won't she
She
do
will.
opportunity attack?
Did she not just use her reaction?
I used my reaction.
Oh, yeah, technically she can't because she used her reaction. That is correct.
Ah.
So she attacked you. You could technically run.
Okay.
Helping.
Yeah. Thank you. I'm gonna run that way.
Okay. And as you run that way, she cannot react fast enough to attack you. With that, she will, though, use a legendary action. Pop up in front of you as you are
Son of a-
running away. Squawk, you're up. You are charmed. You have to get to as close as you can to her. For your god is leaving.
Oh no, come back. I am. Do I have to do that first in my turn?
It just says you have to, during your turn, get as close as you can.
Okay. Can I ask this? How much of what she's been saying to Zeus and Wraith can we hear?
Roll me an insight. I will say your DC for this is a 20.
Insight?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nope, 15.
She's just screaming and shrill screeches.
But we at least saw his reaction, where he sort of held his head and turned to glass and looked very distraught. Is that accurate?
What do you think, Sozenray?
I think my reaction would be pretty visible.
Okay. As I'm flying towards her, I'm just going to yell out. Because technically you only have to hear me for this. Because I'm not sure where you are. Sozenwraith, do it for Granny! And I'll give Bardic Inspiration with my bonus action. And then I will fly towards Maman, and I actually have 70 feet of flying. I didn't know it's at 60 base plus my 10. So I actually have 35 because Maman slowed me down.
She did.
So right there by the Shara is where I can get. And I'm just so enamored by her godhood that I would love to cast Shatter right there.
Okay. Roll to hit. Or is that a save?
It is a 18 con save.
That is an 18.
Oh, no. Okay, I think she might take half. Let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, half as much. Half of 3. I'm doing it at 4th level, so half of 5d8.
Okay.
$27 halved, I think will be 13.
13.
13 thunder damage.
Thunder damage. Perfect.
Unless she's a construct.
She's
which I doubt. Okay, that's action, bonus action. I'm going to hang on to my reaction for now. That'll be my turn.
Alrighty. With that, she will use the last legendary action of this turn. We'll try to hit Mashara, and that is going to be 17.
Yep.
That's going to be 25 psychic. With that, Granny, you're up. You've got to get closer to her, whether that is to slaughter a god or to just be near one.
Do I still have the 5 feet of movement?
I believe that ended last at the end of your last turn.
Okay, so I'm back to normal.
Let me just double check. Correct. Yes.
Okay. 40. Yeah, I'll go right there. Okay. I've moved closer.
Perfect. Also, hold on 1 second before I forget. Mashara, make a Constitution saving throw.
That is a 15. 15.
The same way for Squawk and Granny. That ink from her brush as she hits you with it, that ink goes to your feet and latches you to the ground. Your movement speed is reduced by half.
So 15.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Heard.
And back to Granny.
Okay. I'm going to hit her with my great axe because she's within 15 feet.
Okay.
And I will reckless.
You got
and
it.
Forgo the advantage. We'll go for it. Ugh. 14.
A 14 does miss.
Okay. We hit her again.
Go for it.
Are you serious?
Oh no.
19.
That typically would hit, but this is a
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's both attacks miss.
Yep, that's me.
Okay. Trees, roll me a d6. Yep.
Me? Oh. Three.
Okay. With that, I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm sorry.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
$18.
Okay.
That is a whopping 8.
Okay.
Well, that just went off the table. I'll just do that. Okay. 17.
Okay.
Where did that even go?
Solid 4.
With that, as it is now Momo's turn. This is the god that created this place. Whether you want to slaughter her or be near her, you have to move forward. Closer and closer to her. She will get right here. First attack is going against Mashara. That is going to hit 25 psychic as this paintbrush comes down, and then she is going to take that paintbrush and almost like a long stroke carry it from Mashara down to Squawk, and that is going to hit. Squawk, do you have shield?
I don't think I do, actually.
Okay. That's going to hit.
No, I do have shield.
Okay. That was a 26.
Yeah, that hits me. Even if I don't, I don't use it, but yeah.
25 psychic.
Can I use a reaction?
You may.
I was saving my reaction for this. I'm going to use something called Last Laugh.
Okay.
When you become bloodied, which I now very am, or take damage while you're bloodied, you can take a reaction to regain all expended bardic inspiration die. For 1 minute, you have resistance to all damage. Also, when a creature within 60 feet of you hits you with an attack roll, you can expend up to 3 bardic inspiration dice to force the attacker to make a charisma saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failure, the creature takes psychic damage equal to the total rolled on the bardic inspiration dice plus 5.
Okay. Do you want them to do that?
No, because technically the reaction on the stack, the reaction comes after the hit.
Okay. Alrighty.
I think, unless you tell me otherwise.
Well, she just hit you. You got your bardic. I'll say you got your bardic inspiration back. It was a reaction to get that back, correct?
It was a reaction to do that, to get,
Does it cost a reaction to cause them to make a charisma save?
No. That's just when they hit you once I'm in this state for the next minute.
I will say that counts then, since it's not a reaction.
Oh, okay then. Well, in that case, I'm going to say Squawk gets hit by this stuff, and it's psychic damage, and he starts to just crack a little bit, and he just starts maniacally laughing while he's floating in his little winged helmet. And he's losing it, and he'll lash out then.
Okay.
So I'll use 3 of them. My spell save DC is an 18.
And this is charisma?
It is a charisma saving throw, yes.
That is an 18 on the die for a 31.
My goodness, she is a charismatic god, isn't she? Okay. Nothing happens if you fail.
Okay. And with that, Maman will then use her bonus action. You blink and she's gone, and with that, it is now Zozenwraith's turn.
I'm gonna have to try something extraordinarily stupid. Because I don't know what else to do. I'm still invisible until the end of this turn. She's just holding this brush. I'm going to ask a couple of really quick questions, if that is all right.
Yeah, go for it. Ask as many as you need.
The scythe blade on my hip.
Yes.
Does it look like there is a, I don't know what to call it, like a slot or you know, like place where a handle would be inserted into the blade?
Roll me a perception check. Your DC is like an 11.
24.
There is. It's almost like a screw handle. Like something goes in and you screw them together.
With that same 24, does it look like the rod could fit in there?
100%.
She can't see me. Okay. I have to move closer to her, but thankfully she unfortunately just became the closest to me. Okay. An extra action from haste. Attack, one attack only. Dash, disengage, hide, or utilize. Okay, utilize is there. Okay. Okay. I would like to try and use my hasted action to make the utilize action.
Okay.
I would like to attempt to utilize the scythe blade on my belt. Kind of like as an object interaction, like pull it in my hand, kind of like tuck the bow around my shoulder. with it ready in my hand, I would like to try and, with all force I can muster, wipe the paintbrush out of her hand while she can't see me.
Okay. It is small, like a smaller paintbrush. You'll have advantage on this, but to pull it from her hand, we're going to say a sleight of hand DC 20. But you do have advantage.
And Bardic Inspiration.
I was about to say, I
And
have a
Bardic
Bardic Inspiration.
Inspiration.
It's a D12.
Okay. Okay. Good thing I have another action. So 2 and 2. So I think invisibly, like he like swipes for it. Mama kind of like turns. He goes, yeah, no. Completely beefs it, and then goes for his bow and goes, I will use my actual action, and I will try one more time.
Okay. As she cannot see you, yeah, she's going to prepare that strike for someone else with these very shrill screeches. Roll at advantage.
I will trade out the black and green die for the cactus dice so that I never should have neglected.
Cactus dice never lets you down.
Cactus dice and this very strange water moss dice. Okay. Please. Okay. It's a little better. 10. And that is 13. Okay, so... Wait a minute.
Bardic?
Wait a minute. This is a skill. Knowledge from a past life. I will bust my second last knowledge from a past life.
Okay.
I will. Okay, so 13 plus a d6. That's a 4. Okay. 13 and 4, so 17. I will use Bardic Inspiration. Please. No, cactus. It's gotta be cactus. Okay. 9
Okay.
for 26.
For
Let's go.
26. As she's coming down to attack Granny, how do you snatch that paintbrush from her?
I guess when he fumbles it the first time, he kind of like ducks under her arm, and he's like, and just as she raises it up, he just kind of closes his eyes, holds onto like the scythe blade for a moment, and instead of reaching for the paintbrush, he kind of shifts the scythe blade so like the slot kind of goes forward, and just sort of baps the underside of her wrist, and as the paintbrush just dips ever so slightly, he, like just without any force, just enough that the back of the scythe blade caused her hand to open for a moment, he just two-finger just slaps it as hard as he can between his fingers, almost like a long chopstick, and just kind of rolls onto the ground with it. Which actually I think means it immediately goes invisible too, as it leaves her hand.
And as you take it, as you're holding it, no one else can see it now. It starts to shift from a paintbrush to that black rod you originally saw. What was your go-to farm tool?
My go-to farm tool. It would have been a sickle for cutting grass.
It starts to shift into a handle that feels so familiar. One that is of home. As it turns into that grass-cutting sickle with a connection at the end. It's home.
You're just laying there in like the colorful grass, like the scythe blade, like under one arm, this in the other. I think 1,000 thoughts go through his head at once. Will this fix everything if I put these together? Do we really need these? If I do this, does this whole place collapse? Is this how I get everyone out? And I necessarily don't have to make the journey. And if you'll let me, I think for a moment this is hope that he hasn't had in so long, that he can just go back to just the way it was before he was made of magical glass, before he fell into that portal, before he lost his name and had to choose a new one. He just looks up at Mama in the last few moments of being invisible and just...
And as you connect them, you've created a scythe. A two-bladed scythe. Almost like the symbol of Necrosix, the god of death. But this has not only brought death, it's created things. As you snap it together, you hear familiar sounds of home, voices of family, friends. Are there any bonus actions you wish to take?
I don't know if this will do anything, but I do have a feature called Ethereal Step. For once per short rest, I can cast Etherealness as a bonus action, but it ends at the end of my current turn, so it would only be for a brief moment. But just to sort of enter the border ethereal between everything for a moment.
Roll me a perception check since this is just a split moment.
A natural 18 for a 31.
And what does etherealness do?
Etherealness brings you into the border ethereal. Border regions of the ethereal plane where they overlap with the current plane. I can move in any direction, up, down, like everything is in shades of gray. I can only be affected by things that are on the ethereal plane, and I can't affect things that aren't on the ethereal plane. So I basically take this thing into the ethereal plane for a brief moment, and I just want to focus on those old memories, and the only thing he can think of is as much as I may want this, not this in my hands, but this that I hear. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you are a god or a devil. An entity I cannot even comprehend. I do not know what or whom is bringing me all these memories I thought were gone. I just want the other three to go home. Whatever it takes. Can you do that?
With a 31, You see, it's almost like you see home on the horizon of this plane. But home is slowly disintegrating and burning and turning to dust and ink. You feel two hands, one on each shoulder. For what it is worth, we are sorry. And that instant is over.
And that's the voice.
That was the voice.
I think before my turn ends and I am slipping back from the ethereal plane, Mama look any different now that the thing is complete? Is she looking around for it, or?
I think this happens so fast that as you snatch it, she pretty much watches that brush until it disappears in your hand, and where you were standing, this wraithish creature stares in your direction, and rage starts to fill everything you can see.
I will fly, I think. Then I will flit as far as I can in the ethereal plane. Flit a full 80 feet in the ethereal plane, like as it's stripping away, and then there's just a ghostly shattering of glass, and he just sort of, like being catapulted, just tumbles face first out of what looks like nothingness, and just dodge rolls into the ground and just lands on his face. And I'm going to say from that, I'm just going to go ahead and just say I'm prone from just this reckless, like absolutely reckless, just barreling through the ethereal plane. And he'll just hold on to this completed scythe. Just hold on to it tight and just call out, We need to go now.
Okay. With that, Mama will take a legendary action in that rage. And you see she doesn't have the paintbrush anymore. She is going to point at the ground, because this is technically still her creation. Granny, the ink near your feet begins to shift and move. It starts to form armor. And that armor starts to come out of the ground and is going to attack you. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. And the last attack was reckless, right?
Yes.
All right, let's actually just see if that is a natural 20 at all. It is not. Alrighty, that is going to be 9 points of ice damage, which you have felt before as this lance stabs through your gut, and 12 piercing for 21 in total.
Half the piercing, because I'm raging.
6 and 9 for 15.
Remember where I was at?
As this armored creature, one very similar to one you were fighting before, stabs into you, Maman will turn around looking for that paintbrush.
Use it, and you die too. We'll all be gone then. Defy your creator. I dare you.
I'm getting the sense that I'm not a real boy, Geppetto. Oh, I think I just got Pinocchio'd.
You all may roll insight if you wish. Your DC, except for Zosenwraith, is is a 20.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah.
Might not be a
29.
Pentimento, but I think I'm close.
E4? Think I mathed that right?
And Squawk.
Pass. I got an 11.
Okay. Mashara, Granny, Mama is not paying you any attention. The paintbrush is gone. You hear very shrill screeching. But that is all you hear as she is looking directly at Zosenwraith. Like Zosenwraith can understand her.
Oh, I get it now.
And with that, Mashara, you're up. You are charmed, so you do have to go as closely as you can to Mama.
Oh, man. I think I'll just go ahead and move closer to her so that I can use my scimitar of speed.
Perfect. You do have an ally within 5 feet, so go ahead and use your scimitar.
$16.
That misses. As you go through her and she is not paying you any attention, like you go through a viscous ink. But you do have, with your scimitar speed and your weapon mastery, you can use another attack for your attack action if you want to try and hit her again.
Yeah, I'm going to try and hit her again.
Roll to hit.
Natural 20.
Ooh, okay, with a natural 20. Take max and roll.
$16.
Alrighty, that's max and rolled.
Yes.
Okay. Do you wish to use sneak attack
Yes.
fully, or did you want to do something else?
Can I do 66s in knockout?
You may try. So
Or, yeah.
you have 8d6s, right?
Yes.
Okay. With that, you take 6 of those d6s away. You now have 2 d6s left for your sneak attack. She needs to make a Constitution saving throw. which is a 21.
Target must succeed on a 18.
Okay, so she passes. You still have 2d6s. Did you still want to do that for damage?
Yes.
Alrighty. With that, take max of 2d6s, so automatically take 12 and roll 2d6s because you crit.
16.
Alrighty, so 12 plus 16. Oh, math. Cool. So yeah, so you do your sneak attack damage as well for 44 points on that crit. Again, barely looks like she is holding herself together at this point as she drips ink. You could take your bonus action and attack again if you wish.
Yes.
Alrighty, go ahead and try to hit.
That is a 19.
A 19 usually would hit, but this is your god, and you want to be close to her.
Yes. Okay. That is my turn.
That is your turn. Alrighty. With that creature that has popped up from the ink will take a attack at Granny. That is going to be a 21 to hit. That is another with your resistance 15 damage. She will use a legendary reaction, or action, excuse me. She's chasing Zozenwraith. Squawk, you're up as you hear getting closer and closer and closer.
Okay. Puppies. Cool. I'm so charmed too, aren't I?
You are. You've got to make your way to her.
Oh, Maman, why are you leaving me? Come back. On my way to follow my beloved goddess, I am going to pop off a 6th level mass cure wounds for the 3 of us right there.
Okay.
Just casual 6th level mass cure wounds. Okay, 68 plus 5.
Running out of spell slots.
That's exactly it. $43 apiece.
You all get 43 points of healing. Does that include Zozenwraith or just you 3?
I'm too far.
You're too
It's
far.
too far. It's got to be a 30-foot radius, yeah.
Save yourselves.
I also don't think I could even get close enough with when I head to Maman.
Any bonus actions?
Yeah. As I am flying off to Maman, I will lay a hand on Granny's shoulder and say, swing away and give Bardic Inspiration.
Okay.
Say less, kiddo.
I smile at Granny's confirmation that I'm doing well, and then I flutter off into the distance towards my mole. And that's my turn.
Perfect. With that, Granny, you're up.
Right. I'm definitely lonely. I miss my mama. So I'm gonna go over there.
Alrighty, a reaction will be used, and that is going to miss.
Cool. I'll go right there. Full 40 feet of movement. Oh, Oh, before I left, Mashara, you get some temp HP. $14 temp HP.
Thank you, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we're gonna do some fun stuff. Okay. I'm going to attack with the Great Axe.
Okay,
I'm going to Brutal.
go for it.
I'm going to forego advantage.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to use my Clockwork Amulet to forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the dice
Nice.
for my attack roll,
Okay.
which would make it a 21 to hit.
She's a god.
Are you serious?
I am dead serious as that
You
does
have
not
bardic, you have
hit.
bardic inspiration.
You do
Oh!
have a bardic inspiration.
What is that, a d4?
D12.
Is it a d12?
It's a D12
Fuck.
now. Yes, I'm very inspiring.
You
Oh.
need a 25.
I need a what?
A 25.
How's a 26?
Hey, rolled it.
Nice.
Okay, so damage. Oh, blessed. 20 slashing. An extra 2 slashing. And I am going to stagger. So she has disadvantage on the next saving throw, and she can't make opportunity attacks.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attempt to topple her. So now she needs to make a con save at disadvantage.
That is a failure, and she will use her legendary resistance, her last one, to pass.
Well, at least we knocked those out. I'll take it. And I'll try to hit her again.
Yeah, go for it.
29 to hit.
A 29 hits, roll your damage.
Awesome. That is another 13 slashing.
Okay.
That's what I got.
You can tell she's starting to slow down. She doesn't have much left of her. As these high-pitched shrills are getting slightly less and less. You hear howling. And then you hear this bubble of ink near her. And it's like dried paint that bubbles and cracks as this same armored knight crawls and has to heft themselves from the ground. This knight lays at her feet. Parts of their armor begin to crack as they reach out towards Maman. We have failed. She's coming. She's here. The ground violently begins to shake as this knight cracks and flakes into dried ink like a canvas that has started to rot. You hear Maman let out a shrill shriek. You may all roll perception checks if you wish.
always thought she met Mama, but now I'm realizing that I think there's someone we haven't met yet.
Weeks.
19.
Perception, you said?
I did.
17.
13.
18.
Okay, with those perception checks, Mashara, you see the night at Mama's feet begin to crack. You see the ink around you begin to dry. Squawk, Granny. You hear howling and snarling making its way closer and closer and closer, and you start to see yellow eyes lining every bit of this meadow, surrounding all around you. Squawk, the same yellow eyes you saw before you entered this canvas.
Can I infer that something else may have entered the canvas?
Roll me a history check, please.
Yes, ma'am.
There's a puzzle piece.
Natural 1.
Nope.
For a 5.
But you remember those eyes. Why are they in here too?
I guess we didn't leave it. We didn't close it.
Do you close it? Is it like shut the painting behind you?
Why you shut the painting behind her?
What did I tell you about shutting doors when you come inside? Were you raised in a barn?
Well,
That's Grandy.
Granny, you see this too. If you want to roll, you may.
What am I rolling?
Let's roll a history check.
History. Okie dokie. 16.
With a 16, you remember hearing Squawk and Zozenwraith talking about what they could see in the forest. And just a quick blip. I welcome the outside in.
I think that's our girl.
Those eyes begin to shine all around you like things are circling you, like you are prey waiting to be devoured.
I think Karovia Blanket invited too much.
You see those eyes get closer and closer like something is prowling. You hear these soft crunches of leaves breaking as these wolves break the tree line and they charge at Mama. They lunge and snarl. Drool drips from fangs as some sink their teeth in deep while others get flung off, only to be flung off to prepare to charge once more. Zozenwraith, as those wolves make their advance, you see all of that. But you see one that sits on the path, paws crossed over one another, and it watches intently. Its fur is a chocolate brown and its irises are tinted red. Its tail twitches in delight at every bite and wound delivered to Mama. The wolves are not here for you.
Are we still in initiative order, or has this sort of become a strange circumstance?
We are still in initiative order as it is Mama's turn. Mama, seeing this, I need you all, since it is her turn. Let's see. Squawk, Granny, Zozen Wraith, please make me a wisdom saving throw.
I rolled a 3 and a 1 on my advantage roll, by the way.
Woof.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Am I still charmed?
You are not. At the end of your turn, that has been nullified. So you do not need to make the save.
Can I use my reaction? to roll it again?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
I
Nice. Let's go. Yes.
28.
28. Yes, you may use your reaction for counter charm. Granny.
9.
9.
20.
20. Zozenwraith, you are the only one who does not see this person as a god, as the DC is a 22.
I'm going to just blame it fully on just hugging that scythe. Just going...
And you are hugging onto it as Mama tries to run. Granny, roll to hit.
My eyes aren't what they used to be. 16.
A 16 does miss. Do you have anything to give you advantage?
Nar.
Okay. With that, Zozenwraith, you are up as you see these wolves chasing.
We'll get up from prone. When you said scythe, is it like a full, like, two-handed, like, big old scythe now, or is it like a handheld sickle?
A full-handed scythe. The handheld sickle that you usually carry has been attached to the end, but it is a full, elongated
Kind
scythe.
of stands up with it, and I will look at that wolf on the path that's just sitting there. Do I know you? You're ever so familiar. Like an old friend that I've lost.
Roll me an animal handling check.
Was it 10? For a... Ooh, that's one of my things. 18.
It sits in a way that a wolf would not. Very prim, proper. And it looks at you and it tilts its head.
Is this yours?
Tilts its head the other way.
Are you the death that has been chasing forever? Because I skipped you over by sheer accident. And apparently I'm not even real. Or I'm just another creation. Just who are you?
It sits there, shifts its shoulders just a bit, watches you, and then turns back to Maman, like it's enjoying it.
With that 18, do I get any Fae-like vibes from this wolf and the other wolves?
None.
Look at the scythe in my hand. And Mama's words are just going to ring in my ear of, like, undo your creator. I could probably infer she was talking about herself in some way, perhaps. I'll look over at Granny and just go, I'm not strong enough to wield this. Granny. I need you to help me.
Always, dearie.
And I will walk over to her and I will just hold out the scythe to her and go, I need you to promise me something. I don't know what these wolves are. I do not know why they hate Von Brandt. But I know something now. Every bit of me that I thought I was trying to find isn't real. Doesn't exist. The me that I was before I died. I'm just as much the ink of this canvas as the glass that's hardened against me. I'm like the inkwell. And shattered. I don't know where all of it went. But you all are real. You all mean something to many other people. Especially you, Granny, given your long life. I need you to take this and carve your way out of this painting. Take Squawk and Mashara with you. You do. I think this Horizon Walker's time to find a new horizon. I don't think I can come with you. If you leave and this place goes away, then I go away too. You'll just hold it out expectantly to her.
Okay. Is that your action?
He would pass it to her if she would take it.
Okay. And as you hold it out, Mama will use a legendary action to shift back to you all. With that, Mashara, you're up.
I think I'm gonna attempt to hit her with my short bow.
Okay. Roll to hit.
$23.
Roll your damage.
$10.
How do you wish to do this?
Oh, damn! Right on!
Mashara is going to take that deep breath right before she pulls back the string all the way and just holds it. And she'll kind of like blink a few times just to make sure she's aiming at the right spot. And just swiftly let go and just hope that it aims true.
As you fire off that arrow, it lands true and gets caught in the visage that Maman currently has that is blinking incorporeal, corporeal. Ink begins to run down these wounds over the sides of her mouth, down her nose, down her ears. As she almost like just shrivels back into the visage that you originally saw. Zozenwraith, you were the only one to see this wolf that just watches. You can see the tail wag as it watches Mama fall. Mama finally just lays on this ground with the arrow Mashara shot, skewering her all the way through. Her head will lean back on the meadow floor, and she'll look up at three of you because you all are the closest in surrounding her. I have failed. I truly tried. As the light begins to fade, the wolves that were at her ankles, nipping and gnawing and gnashing, once that is over and they see Mama fall, will disperse to the tree line once more. You were never their target. They are not after you. You all see these beady eyes, yellow eyes shining from the tree line, just watching, waiting, as if they are waiting for a command. What are you doing? Scythe towards Granny.
She will reach out as if to take the scythe, but she will instead close her hands around your hand that is holding the scythe. And she will look at you with... Usually when she compliments, she's got still a bit of, like, hardness in her eyes. She says it in a very joking way, but this time is very soft and sincere, and she looks at you and she goes, "Honey, it has never mattered who you were before. It has only ever mattered who you are with us. And it doesn't matter if you were them or who you are now. You are my grandson, and you will forever be my grandson." And she will very gently push the scythe back to you. And she'll give you a nice pat on your hand. And she's like, "I'm proud of you, nonetheless."
I don't even... Thank you, Granny. Thank you. I don't even know what this is. It creates, it destroys. It doesn't feel like it's supposed to be here in any of our hands. I'll look back to the wolf. And almost not to it, but just to the air I go. Who is she? Not Mama, the one the knight spoke of. Who is she? Who is coming? Who has sent you? Why were you after her? I'll just gesture back to, like, Mama's body on the ground.
And with that, before we get into that answer, Squawk, Mashara, are you doing anything?
I think I'm just, like, getting my bearings, and then I'm remembering about my hand. And I just keep staring at it.
And it is still withered.
I'd say similar for Squawk. I've dropped to the ground. I think now I've kind of got my full head about me again. I'm assuming, since my mom is gone, is the charm effect over.
Correct.
I'm just going to try to start wringing ink out of my clothing.
Okay. This wolf chocolate fur, like the deepest, darkest, decadent chocolate, starts walking towards you. Feet padding very gently, silently on the ground. There is a gentle breeze and a ruffle of leaves. And I believe you all would see this at this point as this wolf breaks the tree line and begins to shift shape to that of a woman in her late 20s, early 30s. Her hair is a decadent brown, half pulled up in a black ribbon. She wears an elegant dress with a tightly bound corset. Red tinted eyes look at each of you. Hello. I am Miss Von Brandt. Thank you for the invitation. Squawk?
At this point, does she look familiar? Do we recognize who she is?
Yes. She looks like an older Carovia.
You're if you're Carovia, he just looks down and goes, was that your mother?
At one point. She has very sharp features as she continues to make her way towards you. Just because someone births you does not make them your maman, does it?
I suppose not, but this is your family's heirloom. What is this? We have done what has been placed upon the various notices, but I think we are owed at least some answers.
Well,
This is a bit
dearest,
out of the ordinary.
you are correct. It is a family heirloom, passed down for generations. I was just asking for it back. And you have all done so beautifully. I have brought your reward. She continues walking and steps in a puddle of ink onto the book that was Carovia's. Squawk.
Does she appear threatening?
Roll me an insight check.
$14.
With a 14, she doesn't seem threatening. She has your reward, at least, like, as far as you can tell. She reaches down for a bag of holding. And she has multiple attached to her bag, or her belt around her corset, that she was reaching for.
It seems like aristocratic. If anything else.
Yeah, part of that reward wouldn't be getting us out of here, would it? Like, back home, warm in our beds.
Of course. What do you think I am? Roll me a perception check as she gives you a smile.
Lady, I don't know what the hell you are.
Lady, I'm confused.
26.
Her fangs are abnormally sharp.
You know, you can just leave it on the ground there. Like a dead drop, we'll just pick it up.
If that is what you prefer, but she turns to Zosenraith as she looks back down at the book on her, like that she's got her foot on.
I think that's yours. Well, I think cosmically, in a entirely roundabout sense, that is yours. Or maybe, was it something you used to read as a little girl?
Why would you have us retrieve your family heirloom?
If you had a bunch of wolves on your side.
Because it's easier to ask someone else to do your bidding, is it not? She looks back down at the
I
book.
suppose.
What happened? What do you know?
Your mother used one part of this heirloom to create this. I think that much you already know. But of all the caricatures that she populated it with, one of them was a younger version of yourself. One that she continually, as it seems at least, was disappointed in and would remake. I can only surmise because the Corovia she made always wanted to leave, and she wanted her to stay. She could not figure out why she continually wanted to leave. I believe
In fact, that's the version of you that invited you in.
it's, in a very roundabout sense, you invited yourself in. Again, a little strange.
Though I suppose we sort of encouraged it a little bit. So...
Well, you have a point, yes.
In a manner of speaking, I suppose What does this scythe do, Miss von Brandt? If I may be so bold. But its haft can create this. What does the blade do?
She looks at Squawk. And what was your relationship with her? She ignores that question, Zosenraith.
With who?
The young girl. What was she to you?
You know, my buddy here had a really good question, too. We could start with that one, and then we'll answer one in return, and it sort of be like a conversation back and forth. A rapport.
She leans down to pick that book up out of the ink. Roll me an insight. Everybody can, too.
14 again.
26.
26.
12.
12.
11.
11. With a 26, you most definitely see those sharp features. A mask that is always present begins to slowly dissipate as she picks up that book. You were, or shouldn't say were, you've been hired to just grab my family heirloom, which you have, and I have each of your rewards. She looks at each of you. She will toss Squawk a bag of holding. Your 10,000 gold pieces are in there. Should I get my family heirloom back?
I mean, why the rush, though? We were having a good conversation. I'm curious, too. You know?
I'm happy to restore a piece of family history to its rightful owner. I just, from all that we have seen, Miss von Brandt, a family heirloom can be a pocket watch, an amulet, a clothing of remembrance for a patriarch long past. All things that have sentimental value, all things that mean an endless amount to a family. But a scythe that gives off light, and a handle darker than tar and pitch that was capable of creating an entire world. I do not mean any disrespect. You wanted us to attain this, and we have. If you cannot tell me what it does, if that is a level of privacy of the von Brandt household that must be kept to the von Brandt household, I understand. But why, then, can it do what it does? This is no mere immovable rod. This is no mere magical blade. It is magic I have never heard of or seen in all my days traveling with these fine individuals.
I did not hire you to care.
I suppose not.
Well, then can you at least tell us how to get the blazing hells out of here?
Of course. Hand me that family heirloom and you're free to go.
And she'll toss you a bag of holding.
Mashara will just look at Granny for confirmation.
Granny will, with her cane, kind of gesture toward the book. Be like, You were so lovely with your stories. You loved them so much. You wrote such beautiful ones. Surely you would not deny us the story of this heirloom.
And to that point, you did ask what our relationship was with the young girl. It was good. It was amicable. She was much like us in spirit, seeking story and adventure. That is you, of course. Yes? A facet, perhaps, but that was you at one point in your life. So the answer to your question is yes, we were on good terms. Good terms.
You may roll me another insight if you wish. Susan Wraith Granny.
Only a 10.
Mm. 14.
With those, that face does not change.
You said her eyes were red?
They are.
Granny, we did say that we would... We came here to attain this heirloom for this young woman. This powerful druid. Summoner of the will of the forest. I leave it up to you, but we don't know a way out. And she does.
Well, it's not as if we haven't made a deal before. How about this, darling? You make one of those lovely druid portals that we've seen. Lovely work. You guarantee us we will walk out of here. You can have your heirloom, do what you will, and we all leave getting what we want.
Of course. She takes a deep sigh. She'll toss Granny a bag of holding. What's all your names?
Don't answer that.
Does Granny say that out loud?
She has trained y'all better than that.
I mean, what's in a name, really? I'm a musician.
Well, I would like to thank you properly for showing me kindness.
I'll raise the bag holding and say, this is proper enough. And the exit plan, of course.
I think what my compatriots are trying to say is that I believe you've made it very clear that the job was for us to care about the heirloom. And as such, we have. We are just a bunch of grandchildren We wish to help. So, is there any way I can infer how this heirloom works in any way, shape, or form?
Roll me an Arcana check. Your DC is a 30.
Well, it ain't possible, but let's just go for a 20! It's a 15. So 16. Okay. Everyone, I defer to you. I still don't think I'm real. I don't know if I have a say in this.
Well, you're definitely real. I mean, you're standing right here. You're realer than me.
Appreciate that, Squawk.
I think we just want some reassurance. You know, this is a big handoff here. Clearly, it's worth a lot to you, and us getting out of here is worth a lot to us. We just want some sort of reassurance that all's gonna go smoothly.
The fact that I just gave you 10,000 gold pieces each, or have it, is not reassurance for you?
I mean, it's certainly gratitude, but it doesn't get me home. You know what I mean?
Maybe let's stand before the way out. Before it, in front of it. We see it. So, not to doubt your name or reputation, my lady. But it'll be very easy to leave us here. We see the way out. You have your scythe. We walk through hand in hand. Then we all go home for tea and crumpets.
She tilts her head just slightly, sucks her teeth. Alrighty then. I show you the way out, and you give me what is rightfully mine.
So be it. Your wolves need to come with us.
They will follow.
Oh, lovely. Do love a good canine. Such sweet little...
Puppies!
Yes, puppies. Very big. Very, very big puppy.
I do like the way you think.
She will start walking down the path you all came down.
I will follow. I try just dragging the scythe blade along the dirt ever so often. Does it just part the dirt, or like does it... How else to put this? Does it start like inking the ground, or is it just acting like a real scythe would if you like tapped it on dirt and dragged it?
For you, roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Or so 12. Nope. Sorry, no. 8.
Ooh, okay, with an 8. as you begin dragging the scythe blade specifically on the ground. Ink starts to slightly separate as you're walking.
Ooh.
Take 50
Okay.
points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Acid.
50 acid? Got it. He like doubles over for a moment. When I take the acid damage, am I like leaking?
Yes.
There's the rub.
As it feels like you have cut yourself open and bare.
I like feel my chest. They're just like a gash.
Do we see this happen?
Where is Zosenwraith in the walking order?
Probably near Granny. Maybe like in the middle.
Yeah, I'll be first if no one else wants it.
I'll be behind her.
Guess I'll take up the rear.
I think I'm going to use speedy recovery and roll a couple of hit dice. 5 gets doubled to... Does it the whole thing gets doubled? Double the number of hit points. Yes, okay, so 5, 9, 18 heal, and then 2, 6, 12 heal. Okay. Spend 2 hit dice and heal up a little bit, and just gonna go, right, no dragging on the ground. Right, okay. And I'll just like lift it up over my shoulders and walk with it. Having a little bit of existential panic over the fact that I think I just proved that I'm part of this place. And I'll just walk.
And Karovia walks in front and leads you back to the portal that you all entered.
Huh.
Softly warbling.
Are you gonna come with us? You're gonna exit the same way? I'm assuming this is how we get out of here.
You are correct. I will exit after you. Make sure that... And as she is talking, the ground begins to rumble.
What is that?
This place will not be around much longer. Its creator has perished, therefore it will go next.
I was gonna ask if you were gonna keep it around as like a vacation home or something, but it sounds like it's not an option.
Why would I come back here?
I don't know, like a secret space. You don't have like a secret space. When I was growing up, it was under the stairs. It was my secret space.
Mine was under the floorboards, but prefer not to remember that.
I think this represents a lot of past that Miss von Brandt would rather forget. Am I correct?
You are.
Right, well,
Where are you from?
You know, it's funny. All my life, I said that I was from a little farming town. Fields. As far as the eye could see. I had a mother and a father, and liked communing with nature. Had a knack for it. But when I turned 28, I fell into something I shouldn't. Death tried to take me, and it failed. And I was spat out. That's what I thought, at least. But I could never remember the town's name. And I couldn't tell you what my mother and father looked like. Couldn't even tell you what crops I grew, what childhood friends I had, or even the kingdom in which that little farming village resided. And he will just kind of lift up his hand, and just like the ink prints on his hand that he's been like touching his chest, and he goes, "Wrong painting. Same."
I see.
You have one hell of an heirloom, Miss von Brandt. Power to make reality. Power to paint a world. A demi-plane from nothing.
Do you wish for that reality back?
I just miss who I was. But I now understand who I was never existed. Not really. I'm not a man who cheated death. I'm a man who cheated life. And somehow that's worse.
She pauses for a very long moment and looks at each of you.
Do you wish for a different life, or do you wish to pass through this gate like none of this even happened?
What do you mean by that? What is a different life to Lady von Brandt?
Life to Lady von Brandt is one that you don't suffer, one that you can explore without being ridiculed, one where you can read all the stories without worry. You've done me a kindness. I can do the same for you, should you want. Otherwise, step through that portal after handing me the scythe, the heirloom, and you won't have to worry about this anymore.
If I step through that portal, do I still exist? Or when this place crumbles, won't I as well?
For you, the truth is always hard to bear. Do you wish me to answer that?
If it is the one thing that you answer us this day. No. If it's the one thing that you answer me this day, please. My compatriots probably have many of their own. And I understand you didn't want them to be so nosy, but yes, if it's the one thing you answer me this day, what is my truth? Do I come out the other side? Or is this just pleasantries until the three of them have to wave goodbye?
For you, this is just pleasantries. You do not walk through that portal, for your creator is gone.
I know. I think I needed to hear it from someone else. Yeah, we'll turn to everybody and kind of plant the energy bow in the ground, which I think now is turning more into just a nice piece of lathed wood. And all the glass is starting to just turn back into clumps of ink on skin. He goes, "It's been fun playing pretend at memory with you all. Not that the times were pretending. I enjoyed them all. Every last one of them. But all of my memories, before meeting you, weren't real. You all gave me real ones. Just, I think, like we gave a few to Barovia Jr., so to speak. Thank you, Granny, for adopting this little walking pantomime as your grandchild. Sorry, Mashara, you look like you were about to say something.
And she'll kind of like reach out as best as she can and like put her hand on your shoulder, not caring about any of the ink. She'll be like, "For what it's worth, you were real to me, and you'll always be real. And I'm going to remember you as you were, forever."
Thank you, Mashara. You take care of Granny. That she needs it.
Yeah. Well, you know I got her back always.
Squawk. If half the world understood how to be as foolish as you, I think all of reality would be a much grander place to be in. Don't lose that. Trust me, it's a lot better when you keep it. Oh, I don't know how to say goodbye. How do you when you never existed? But I think you all made me exist. Because even when I'm gone, I don't know, maybe Maybe no paintings for a while, but put me in a book. That's all I ask. If the farmer was never real, then I suppose Zozenwraith was. Would take off his cloak, and his breastplate is now once again, instead of this weird looking one, it's just a rusted piece of metal. He just unclips it and it falls to the floor. And I think his undershirt is just soaked in black ink. He looks at the scythe. Looks at Barovia. Kind of plants it next to him like he's got a walking stick. You all take this. Each of you hold on to it. You all give it to her. We'll all do it together. If that's what you all want. Then I have to go now. Shara, before I forget, he pulls a locket out from his shirt, which is now again just a rusted brass old locket. There's no periapta wound closure to it really at this point. He just snaps the cord. He goes, really have no idea this is going to last out there, but catch. You hold on to that for me. Would have liked to have put someone's.
She quickly stuffs it in her pocket.
Would have liked to have put someone's picture in there, but I think it deserves not just little sketch of Granny. Find a way to stuff all of you in there.
Granny will put her hand over his hand holding the scythe, and she'll be like, "Dearie, you are always one step ahead." And she'll dig under her shawl and pull out what looks like just a little silver ball or bell, but she'll press the top, and it opens much like a locket, but instead of 2 pictures, there are multiple pictures. Perhaps 4, 3 of whom you've seen before. They look familiar, and 1, you can take a pretty good guess who that might be, though you've never met him. But she looks at you, and she shows you your picture, and she says, "You were always real, and you always will be." She'll close the locket. She'll put it back. Right here.
Thank you, Granny. Barovia. Miss Barovia von Brandt. I only knew you were Pentimento. At least that's what your mama called the concept. But if even a shred of her still exists in you, even if it's just a bit of old personality, I challenge you with this. No matter where you roam, no matter where you go in your existence that you say is free from all the bad things of the world, all the people that would stop you, would hold you back, whatever the words that you conjured, I challenge you to remember this little girl wanted to adventure further than all of the pages of all of the books that she has ever read, to make her own. And even if that's folly, and even if that is a silliness that I dare say you no longer abide within yourself, just remember it. It doesn't exist. Except in the heads of those who met him. So now I live inside you too. Tough bananas. He'll let go of the scythe so that the three of them are holding it, and he will walk away from the portal. Slowly. Look out at the landscape like crumbling. And just kind of look around and smile.
As you start to walk away, I need you all to make a charisma saving throw.
Nat 20.
At 20. Plus what?
Plus 6, so 26.
Okay.
27.
Okay.
10.
10. Perfect.
Not even lying. 1 for a 2.
So, Zenraith, as you start to back away, Granny, your hand still covering Zenraith's on that scythe. My heirloom, please. As she looks at you two, and you two have been charmed.
And hand it her? Yeah.
You hand it to her?
I mean, we're all holding it, but that's where Granny's hand would move.
So, Zenraith.
Mm-hmm.
You were very charmed with a natural 1. My heirloom,
Trophy is
please.
great.
Granny's handing it over. Is Zenraith.
I suppose he will turn around as he is charmed and go. It is hers.
Is anyone else touching it barehanded?
I don't think Squawk would, because my mage hand melted.
It did.
I think I'd remember that. I'm not going to stop anyone, though, because I still feel like that's our ticket out of here. So I'll just sort of like flutter.
I'm with Squawk on this one. Since it withered my hand, I don't really want to be too close to it.
Is it being held out, or?
Does the heirloom go to Carovia?
I'm not stopping it. It sounds like they're handing it over.
Stop it.
I think it's a great idea. I love Carovia.
Agreed.
As you both hand over that heirloom, she takes it. Takes that last bag of holding, hands it to Zenraith.
I won't need it where I'm going.
No more Pentimentos. Go through.
Oh, right. I'm assuming I have to listen to her.
You don't necessarily have to listen to her, but she is like your best friend when you're charmed. So that's up to you.
And she asked me to go through the portal.
She did say go through.
What's the worst that could happen? Fell through a portal once. I've fallen out of one before, when he'll just walk forward and...
Does everyone else follow?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you enjoy your adventure?
Does Mashara go through?
Yeah.
Does Granny go through?
Yep.
Okay. You all step through this portal as everything begins to muddle and ink pools begin to spread and crack. You all hear warbling and you feel yourself bending and breaking to a mold that does not fit, that you do not fit in. And you all are brought back to a dilapidated cottage, exactly as you left it. Sounds of the forest at night reach your ears. The crack and creak of rotten floorboards beneath you. That warbling finally stops. All four of you stand in this room.
I'm gonna pat myself down. Like, was it that simple?
Must have been. And she's also like tapping her shoulders. She goes to tap like Granny's shoulders.
Granny's gonna tap Zosenwraith. Does he look like he's falling apart?
Very real. No gash with ink flowing through.
Now, I know that young lady did not just lie to us.
Do I feel any different?
Roll, and if everybody would like to as well, I will say you can roll anything you think is applicable here. I will let you choose. Just tell me what you choose to roll.
I would like to roll investigation on my own body.
On your own body, you got it.
I would like to roll investigation on our surroundings.
Okay.
I don't know if it's insight or perception. What is a roll to determine if life is real?
Nature.
Nature?
Is life like
No, it's so bad. No, how about I try to persuade myself everything's okay?
Persuasion.
No, that seems
Or
fake. Can I
Survival?
just do a perception?
If you're trying to figure out if everything is alive, do nature.
Not alive, more so like real. Like, are there any signs that this is fake. Is there ink on anybody? Is there ink on me somewhere? Like any sort of like little sign, any
Who's
sort
to
of
say
little
ink
trigger.
isn't real, though?
But I shouldn't have any on me.
It's fair.
Roll a perception check.
Maybe we got 15 for investigation.
15.
16.
16.
Granny is going to investigate Zosenwraith with an 18.
Okay. With a 15 investigation, Zosenwraith, everything seems like you've been stitched up, like that slice never happened. Like you're not made of ink, you're not made of paint. Your skin feels real. There is no glass. With a 16 squawk for perception, this cottage is exactly how you left it. You see the ash on the floor. It creaks. Time has passed. Wood wouldn't creak if it wasn't real like this. Not like that. You know sounds pretty well. This seems real. Granny with an 18. It seems like Zosenwraith is just like you. No glass, no oddities. Like it's all retracted. Mashara with a 31. There's usually this slight bitterness in the air. Like it's always there, just slightly. And whenever someone around you casts magic, that bitterness amplifies. There is none.
Forest is quieted down.
And you all have a bag of holding with 10,000 gold pieces each.
Well, where's the closest tavern? Because I could use a bath after all that, if I'm being honest.
I wasn't ready for this to work. I think I'm breathing. That's weird for me.
Mashara will tap Zosenwraith's shoulder, like, huh. Yeah, that is solid.
No, tender. Yep.
Sorry.
No,
sorry.
it's all
It's a
right.
bit squishy, right?
Yeah,
Sheer.
That's squishy. Yeah.
And
I
warm.
think I'm squishy here.
Did you say and warm?
And warm.
Gritty will poke his side. Be like, yeah, it's quite squishier and warmer.
That can't be. You can't just. You couldn't just.
Well,
Bring me back to life. I was
So-
never.
she could create with it. Did she create life?
But it's supposed to be tied to the painting. Unless my mom never really knew how to fully use it.
Well, Maman was only using half of it, not both of it together.
Oh my god, I think I'm alive. I think I'm actually real.
Holy hells, you're alive.
No more Pentimentos. That's what she said, no more. I thought she meant get rid of all of them, not turn me human.
Are there any windows in here?
Yes. They have vines growing through them. They're broken.
Is there like the door we came in? Can I just go out the front door?
Yeah. You go out the front door.
Breathe in a nice big breath of forest air. Does it look the same? Does it look like?
Looks the same. You don't see the yellow eyes that were following you. Little bits of moonlight come through the canopy.
Well, I think for the first time in ever, I am actually hungry. And am absolutely parched. Maybe we find civilization again.
I am running low on treats.
No, it's a travesty. We have to fix that.
My purse is too light.
Oh, goodness.
Can I look in the bag of holding?
Yes.
Is there 10,000?
You can't see it unless you summon it or dump it out.
Just a handful of gold pieces.
Your hand is full to the brim.
That's a lot of money.
Does it feel gold if I bite into it?
You bite into it, you lick it, you do all of that. It
I
seems
lick
real.
it. I lick it.
Real gold?
Real gold.
I'm sure that everything is going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, so far so good, right? But that's like life. So far so good.
Oh no, I'm just very embarrassed. Well then, I'll just like wander outside.
Shall we?
And you all
We shall.
are on your way to the nearest tavern in civilization?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you all make your way, you know it's going to be a couple days because it was a couple days to get out here towards the closest civilization that you can find, the closest tavern. Each of you 10,000 gold pieces richer. Joyous. Together. No partings. We pan back into that canvas where Mrs. Von Brandt holds Corovia's book open in her hands. The black rod has been separated from that scythe, and it has reshaped itself into a pen. She's writing on the last clean page of Corovia's old book. And in the most elegant script, one that's old and ancient and beautiful, she writes, "May Granny, Mashara, Squawk, and Zozenwraith find the best that life has to offer in their own illusionary world where magic and portals do not exist." In all capital letters, no more Pentimentos. She slams that book shut, takes in a deep breath,
At least Carovia wrote one story. May you all find your most pleasant adventure.
She would place that book down in this painting and step through the portal. With her wolves into a dilapidated cottage.
Carovia, did you get it? Did you find it?
A drow woman sits outside in that dilapidated cottage, tossing a ball of yarn to a green elf with red hair. Barovia gives a curt nod, takes the scythe end of that heirloom, slices down the canvas. And the canvas disintegrates into nothing but a puddle of ink that seeps through the floorboards of a dilapidated cottage.
Oh, well, look at that! Verro is going to be so ecstatic. You've done wonderfully.
Barovia nods, steps out of the cottage.
May that be my last mercy.
Nolus. Nightfall commences. And that is where our story ends. As you all are a part of a fairy tale written specifically for you.
Son of a bitch!
She lied to
Respectfully,
me.
that bitch!
Wow.
Son of a bitch!
Thank you so much for watching Unmoored. If you're excited to see where this Nightfall miniseries leads us next, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. That way you get notified when the next video comes out. Please make sure to check out our player social media accounts as well. You can find those links in the description below. May your creativity flow as freely as your ink. We'll see you soon.